I've been in the world of e-commerce for over 5 years. I've made over $19 million myself and helped countless businesses from startups to established brands grow their online presence and achieve millions in sales. And even though I've made a lot of profit from those $19 million, if I had known these 7 tips, I would probably have made an extra $2 to $3 million. Through all of the e-com stores I've worked with, I see a lot of the same mistakes being made again and again and again, which is why I've developed a 7-step strategy to make any e-commerce venture successful. Some of these tips are the mistakes I see new e-com brands make all the time, and some of these are tips I realized way too late in my journey. So whether you realize it or not, all major e-com brands have these 7 things in common. I'm here to show you how to master them. This is the very video I would have needed when I tried making e-com work 5 years ago, but failed miserably. So let me be honest with you. If you can't sit here and listen for 5 minutes to all this knowledge I'm gonna give you for free, I'm afraid you simply won't make it. There is probably 7 steps to e-commerce that I've learned over the years on how to run e-com like the established brands. All the secrets they don't tell you. And the final tip in this video is crucial for being able to actually apply this incredible knowledge. But in order to succeed with anything, you need to learn how to master your own focus, discipline, and perseverance. Let's get started. 1, the product is everything. Listen, I'm not saying any of this to take anything away from all of the successful e-com people, including myself, but the matter of the fact is that without the correct product, I wouldn't have been able to do my $19 million at all. Naturally, you also need to be good at creating ads and creating a stunning website, but without a product with a high demand, you simply won't be able to make this work. The product is the main reason why I was able to achieve my $19 million. It had a natural momentum, and that made everything easier. When I tried succeeding with e-commerce in my whole first year, I failed miserably over and over and over again. And the main reason, well, it was because I was testing the wrong products. So when I found my first winning product, everything changed. And my journey towards those $19 million that I've now achieved in total revenue in 3.5 years started. And I sincerely wish somebody had told me this in the beginning when I tried succeeding. I could have done all of this in half the time. The worst mistake you can do in e-commerce if you want to get fast results is to try and force a product into working. If you've worked on one single or multiple products for 1 to 2 years and are struggling to become profitable, move on. Your key thought here and key takeaway here with your product should be that, well, if your product and store doesn't work with a suboptimal setup, then it won't work with an even more improved setup. You want products that do well even when your site and ads are bad. That way, when you improve upon it, things take off and skyrocket like crazy. In addition to that, I see way too many beginners make the mistake of trying to sell products they have a passion about. And while I see a lot of people recommending this, this is a huge mistake. As I said, if you're trying to make a product work, maybe one you've got a passion for, and you're trying for 1 to 2, maybe even 3 years to make it very profitable, chances are you will have a really difficult time, mainly because you are emotionally attached to your product and you don't want to be that. You want to look at the data of the product, not be emotionally attached. So if it doesn't work, move on. At least if you want to get fast results. For a fact, I know if I had stuck with my first 1 to 2 e-commerce products, I wouldn't have gone anywhere close to the revenue numbers I have reached today. So that's why you need to focus on testing new, better products. Step number 2, trust. Trust is the foundation of any e-commerce success, whether it's on your email, in your ads, or on your website. Every single action you take needs to be created in order to increase trust from the customer standpoint. And this is especially when you're a newly founded brand. If customers don't trust you, they won't buy from you. One easy way to increase trust with your customers is to be honest. Avoid misleading price tactics and be honest with your website information. Your customers will appreciate it and they will come back for even more. Another easy way to increase trust with your customers is to add faces of people. People resonate with people, meaning if they see other humans on your site, they will have more trust in you. You can also showcase reviews and highlight happy customer experiences. Over-delivering on customer experiences is another incredibly easy way to increase trust. Whether it's personalizing something or just going the extra mile, this will turn one-time buyers into repeat buyers, and it will make you a brand. Try and personalize everything you can. Whether it's personalized notes or unexpected discounts, find ways to surprise and delight your customers. This creates loyalty and positive word of mouth, and there is nothing as valuable as that. Every single e-com entrepreneur needs to find their sweet spot between expenses and their level of revenue. I've personally made the mistake countless of times of adding too many agencies, freelancers or employees way too fast that have eaten up a large chunk of my profit. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't add any expenses to your e-com business, but what I am saying is that you should calculate very clearly what it does to your bottom line. Way too often when I've calculated whether it made sense for me to add expenses like agencies or freelancers, I thought to myself, well, if this partner can just add 2, 3 or 5% extra revenue, then it's a profitable partnership. But the matter of the fact is that it's very dangerous thinking like that. If you do it with a lot of partnerships, suddenly you can end up with 50K in monthly expenses for all of these partners, and all of them combined need to make sure your revenue is at least 30% above what it was prior in order for you to just be profitable with them. In addition to that, you will never find agencies, freelancers or other external partners be as good as high value in-house employees. In-house employees will work day and night to grow your case, and that's something you will never see established agencies do. In-house employees are without a doubt more tricky to manage, and it takes some more work up front, but there is a reason why all of the Forbes 500 companies have a lot of employees, not a lot of agencies. Simply, the correct employees allows you to do totally different stuff. Often you've got a people problem, not a problem with your processes. So find the correct people, employ them in-house, and everything will become way more efficient. Step number 4, automate your brand. The beauty about e-commerce is the ability to make sales while you're literally sleeping. And so if you can automate your business, this is a must. With the correct automations and systems and processes in place, you will be able to scale way farther without breaking your neck while scaling. Partnering up with the right 3PLs that have the correct systems in place to automate most of your business is crucial. And when it's time, but of course be aware of my point number 3, hire people to automate your business as well. This is the main way to automate your brand to work without you being available in the business. A lot of people ask me who they should hire first, so listen carefully. Your first hire ever in an e-commerce business should be a customer service employee. This person is taking care of all your customer service, and you want to use an app like Time Doctor to track their hours and pay them on an hourly rate. The second person you hire should be taking care of logistics. This person will take care of communicating with your supplier, handling all the logistics with your freight forwarder, and doing the demand planning in itself. The third person to outsource is where you need to analyze on all the tasks you do in your business. I recommend writing all of them down on a list, rank them from 1 to 10 based on the value they give on your business, and then decide from the bottom to delegate. So you want to work on the top tasks that give the most value to the business, delegate everything else. So step number 5, focus on converting, not on branding. Way too many people, when they begin, focus on branding or think it matters a lot, when in reality all you should focus on is getting your next customer and converting people. Focus on having a color palette that works, a certain tone of voice on all of your copywriting, and pick a font. Then all of those things you pick, you use that in all of your marketing. If you do that, you will be far ahead than the rest. Running ads is branding in itself for your e-commerce brand, so just focus on that initially, and then later on, when you do plus 5 million euros a year, you can do larger branding initiatives such as TV commercials, large activities, or anything else. Okay, step number 6, focus on the outcome, not the product. Don't just sell a product, sell the outcome it provides you. In e-commerce, this could be highlighting the exact pain points it solves from the customer. For instance, if you're selling organic skincare, focus on the concrete benefits it provides rather than just listing up all of the ingredients. I see way too many beginners do this. They list up the amount of hours the battery can last instead of providing the actual benefits or features of the product or how it will make your life better every single day. The matter of the fact is that customers are much more likely to buy from you when they visualize in their own head how it will impact them. I know this is a very common recommendation from people, yet so many people still get it wrong. It is the benefits that will make people buy your product, not the features. So if you're in the sleeping niche, highlight why your product will help people sleep better every single night for the rest of their life. I've personally been able to do this very well on a lot of my ecom brands, and it's one of the main reasons with a good product that I was able to grow so fast. So definitely be aware of this. Step number 7, focus on how you're scaling. Personally, I've made the mistake countless times of scaling too fast, which has meant either two things. First, our cash flow couldn't catch up to our growth, meaning we were always out of stock. We really couldn't catch up to our demand. This increased returns, it decreased profitability. Second, the quality of your product. I've unfortunately had this happen twice to me where I scaled a brand extremely fast to a large volume, then only to receive suddenly terrible quality of products. This is a no-go and something that can destroy your entire business. So be aware of the time it takes to scale. Faster doesn't always mean better. These days I try to scale still fast, but I do it more calm to manage all our cash flow and the quality of our products. If there's one thing that I've learned that can kill an ecom brand, it's not managing your cash flow. And the tricky thing is that I've had this told to me many times before, but it's first until it goes wrong that you realize how important it is. So right now, this is your time to start taking your cash flow serious and also the quality of your products. Scale responsibly. As you can see, e-commerce is about much more than just having a good product. It's about building trust, delivering value, and creating a brand that resonates with your audience. But if you follow these 7 steps, you'll be on your way to be building a successful e-commerce business that not only makes sales, but also creates lasting relationships with your customers. Remember, in the end, if you make sure to upskill yourself, you will succeed. It's just a matter of when. Master all of these steps I told you about today, and you will master e-commerce. And finally, if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more e-commerce tips and strategies. Leave a comment below with your biggest e-com challenges, and I'll try to address it in a future video. See you.